Welcome friends to this new video of Sapphire Talks English. In this video we shall discuss the condition of fuel supplies within India. Friends, frankly speaking, the government of India has done an excellent job as far as petrol and diesel are concerned. Unlike the rest of the world and unlike our neighborhood Pakistan and Bangladesh, in India there is really no shortage of fuel, that is petrol and diesel, at the petrol pumps. Furthermore, there has been no price increase in petrol and diesel prices till date. This is mainly because the government of India is having sufficient strategic reserves to take care of any circumstance like the present Iran war. Furthermore, India is also in the process of firming up supplies from Russia for making up for any shortfall in crude oil coming from the Middle East. However, India definitely is having some degree of difficulty in managing the natural gas supplies. In case of India, about 50 to 60% of the natural gas used to come from Qatar alone, and Qatar has indicated force majeure and has in fact stopped selling natural gas altogether. In this circumstance, India is definitely trying to shore up supplies from other vendors such as Canada and Australia, and it has inked a major pact for supply of a large quantity of natural gas with the United States, which is expected to reach Indian shores before the end of March 2026. India has an extremely high dependency on other countries for LNG and LPG. There is hardly any domestic gas production within India to take care of our large demand. Furthermore, to take care of the high pace of growth of Indian industries and the growing demand from consumers for LPG as well as LNG as well as CNG, the government of India has to be on its toes for the purpose of securing enough natural gas. Government is also trying its best to remove whatever localized bottlenecks are there to ensure that the supply of gas is straightened and smoothened out within the next 10 to 15 days. The government has declared the applicability of Essential Commodities Act for LPG and natural gas. This has essentially been done because millions of Indian households depend upon LPG for the purpose of their domestic cooking needs, for domestic heating needs, and similar other domestic purposes. This Essential Commodities Act allows government to impose limits on the stock held as well as control the movement of stocks. For example, now there is a tight control on movement of domestic gas cylinders. It prevents their hoarding as well as black marketing, and it regulates prices of the commodities declared under the Essential Commodities Act. All this has been done to protect the consumers and to ensure that domestic households are not actually edged out of the market by industries and businesses who have a higher paying capacity. Furthermore, the government has declared priority sectors and non-priority sectors as far as LPG, CNG and PNG is concerned. PNG is piped natural gas. Government has declared that households would be a priority sector. Besides this, city gas distribution networks would be priority sectors for PNG, that is piped natural gas. Urea and fertilizer plants are also priority sectors, and essential public services such as hospitals have also been put on the priority list. The non-priority list basically includes industrial users, captive gas-based power plants, and certain industries which use LPG as their raw input have been asked to switch to other types of fuel. The objective of all this is to ensure that people have enough LPG and PNG for their domestic purposes, and there's enough CNG to ensure that people's mobility is not affected in a bad way. India is a growing market and there is a lot of demand for gas for cars and households and for industries. The government has done its best to regulate the usage of gas and prioritize domestic sectors and people's convenience over other sectors. But in spite of that, since India is so heavily dependent upon outside sources for the purpose of its natural gas requirements, there is definitely going to be some hiccups in the supply of gas. One can only hope that this war is concluded at the earliest and the supplies resume quickly so that the growth rate as well as the well-being of Indians is not affected in a negative way. If there's any further development as far as the fuel supply to India is concerned, I'll definitely make a fresh video and bring forward that issue for your benefit. Till then, I'd like to take your leave. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have liked this video, please tick the like button, and if you have found this video interesting, also please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. I take your leave till the earlier video. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram.